Yeah, and if you could just go ahead and elaborate on how you actually integrate the whole mind, body, and spirit into your wellness programs.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Well, first of all, I talked about my book, Five Steps to Freedom with Food, Body, and Self on one's own trusted and sustainable terms. The five steps encompasses the mind, body, spirit trifecta, is what I talk about in the book. And I shared step one, which was let's talk about your food story. Let's discover it. Let's write about it. Step number two, I help my clients get clear on who they are and their values. We really need to go deeper with ourselves to determine what really what really hits the spot for us in terms of what's important to us, not what it should be according to the world. So we really spend some time on that. Step three, I talk about two voices that we have within. We have this inner critic, we have a bully voice, and then we have an inner nurturing, almost like a loving parent coaching voice that's available to us. And we talk about how to notice both and how to evoke that I'm going to be my own coach now. I'm going to recognize when I hear myself going into some criticism. We spend a lot of work on that. And I also talked about that personal inquiry where we can learn to do a check-in, to learn how to attune to our real needs without using food to cope. There's a lot in that step three. Step four, we talk about the whole thing with food. And I don't do any food programming because um, I'm not qualified. I'm not a dietitian or a nutritionist, but I help my clients figure out what they want to eat. So we do some really fun work with that. And we talk about moving our bodies and some other healthy habits. We were meant to move. The body was meant to move. It thrives on movement. And we break down what can be scary about exercise. Step number five is the toolbox. I call it the toolbox, where we talk about habits. We talk about thinking about habits, and we also talk about strategies to go out there in the world. And like I talked about the special glasses, how to block out your neighbor Betty's doing intermittent fasting. She's at Weight Watchers. She's doing, vegan. This person lost 30 pounds, and how to stay in your own lane of focus and also navigate a foodie society and also learn how to implement your favorite treats. So we stay out of that land of deprivation. So that step five encompasses all of it. And I talk about this aspect of stepping into a queen, stepping into our intuitive wisdom as queens, where we start to trust our own instincts about how we want to show up in the world and what our purpose is.